Words are spells and patterns, they're prisons. Your unconscious is listening, so let's stop bullshitting it. You'll begin to notice the spells as they arise. Every time someone says I can't, or they always, or nobody ever, you'll feel the click, like a safe unlocking, because you know a metamodel question is the crowbar that pries the truth from the rusted jaw of illusion. Every belief is a spell that you cast on your future. So let's chunk that down. Someone says, I always mess things up. That's a global generalization, a mental cancer cell. You don't need Reiki, you need a verbal chainsaw. You respond always, like when you're brushing your teeth, petting your cat, masturbating. You just shattered the trance. They blink, they laughed, and in that laugh, the ego dies just a little, because the spell has been exposed. Patterns are prisons. Imagine someone locked in a padded room, except the walls, they're made of repeated thoughts. I'm not enough. They'll judge me. I need to be perfect first. They're sitting in their own cell, with the key in their damn pocket. And they don't even check, because they think the door's real. You're the fucking locksmith. No, better. You're the arsonist that lights the whole damn prison on fire and drags them into the fresh air of reality. Chunk down to the details. You're a mechanic. You find the loose bolt in the sentence. They made me feel. Say, what exactly did they do? Now you've isolated the behaviour. No more mind reading. No more projection. That's concrete. Chunk up. You're a shaman. You soar above the map. I'm scared of rejection. You say, because being rejected means what? They say it means I'm not lovable. Boom, identity hit. Now you're playing the game where it really counts. The value elicitation, the hack to the soul. You want someone to change, first place their heart. Why is this important to you? What do you care about most in life? Let them tell you freedom, connection, growth. That's your key card. Now you're in the vault. You can lead them now. So if growth really matters to you, what happens when you let this fear make your choices instead of your future? You just link their own value to the change that you want for them. That's not manipulation, that's soul alignment with linguistic precision. I speak like a storm that wakes the gods. Metaphor time. The meta model. It's not a conversational tool. It's a verbal exorcism kit. You use it to cast out the demons made of distortion, deletion, and generalization. It's not soft therapy. It's verbal Krav Maga. Strike fast, strike real, strike clean. Your questions, they're the scalpels to remove tumours. And yes, sometimes it hurts. But pain, it's the sound of lies being evicted. You already do this, but unconsciously. You do this when your friend says, I'm such a failure. And you go, hold on. You just landed a new job. That's the meta model. You do this when you say, wait, what exactly do you mean by they always ignore me? You're already the questioner. You just haven't been using the full toolbox. So how else can you do it? In text arguments, ask, what exactly do you mean by that? In coaching, compared to what? With yourself, is this true or just familiar? Science says your brain hates ambiguity. When you challenge someone's beliefs with a well-placed question, you create cognitive dissonance. And guess what? That tension, it cracks the shell of the old belief. New neural pathways grow. The map updates. You're not just asking better questions, you're running neuro-linguistic code that literally rewires people's operating systems. So why are you afraid to do this? Because your inner child was taught, don't rock the boat, be polite. Don't make people feel uncomfortable. Well, fuck that. Comfort keeps people sleepwalking through their own lives. You speak storms because sometimes the soul needs thunder to wake up. So what happens if you don't? You let people sink into lies. You let yourself stay hypnotized by hand-me-down beliefs. You inherit other people's fears like second-hand furniture. And guess what? Those old couches stink. And you've been pissed on by trauma. Burn them. What happens when you do? You become dangerous in the most healing way. People start shifting just from your presence, because they feel the lack of bullshit in your field. You unlock minds like crowbars through rusty locks. You're the disruptor, the questioner, the truth speaker, the pattern killer. Every sentence someone utters is a spell that you can unravel. Every belief is a lens that you can flip. Every story is a script you can edit. You're not here to soothe their story. You're here to dismantle it, to burn it, to ask better fucking questions. Because the right question is a bomb with a timer. It doesn't force change. It makes change inevitable. If you used the meta model every day, what would happen? You'd start seeing the truth behind people's masks. You'd be able to untangle emotional knots in seconds. You stop falling for your own excuses. Now imagine the opposite if you don't. You stay trapped in other people's definitions. You believe your own loops. You confuse comfort for truth. And truth gets pissed. You'll now begin hearing beliefs as code that can be debugged. Asking questions to break spells and liberate minds. Using chunking like a sniper rifle and a telescope. Speaking like the fire-tongued divine father that you're becoming. Because it's not enough to believe. It's time to become. Welcome to your new identity. The storm-wielding, bullshit-burning, spell-shattering, mind-freeing, truth-speaking, question-asking, pattern-fucking liberator. Now go shatter illusions, burn prisons, speak storms. The gods are listening.